die Demokratie gefährdet, er hat vergessen, dass zur Demokratie auch der Rechtsstaat gehört, dessen Regeln nicht beliebig sind. Deshalb müssen unsere Reaktionen parteiisch für die Opfer sein, klar in der Analyse und hart gegenüber den Tätern. Dazu gehört, dass denjenigen, denen eine Straftat nachgewiesen werden kann, hoffentlich auch harte Strafen drohen. Ich wünsche mir, dass wir hier alles falsche Verständnis weglassen und Gewalttäter als das behandeln, was sie sind. Eine Gefahr für die Bürgerinnen und Bürger unserer Stadt, für den Frieden in unserer Stadt und für das Zusammenleben.
So, we're screening G20 violence in Hamburg on the German Consulate, and we just heard, I don't know, some German guy explaining that they have to protect people or something like that. And protecting people apparently is dress up in Robocops and make sure that Putin is in time. Oh, did you see that? That was funny. He was falling down immediately. It was so sad. And I think also, if you think of violence, a lot of people think of like a random guy throwing a bottle or people hitting each other, whereas like the most violence, like the more violent things I think are the things like Donald Trump is doing or Vladimir Putin is doing or Erdogan is doing, like the violence people are doing that is like dropping bombs or killing the earth or, you know, doing something which gives you an invitation to the G20. I also think it's sort of sad that every sort of liberal reaction to violence by innocent people or like citizens, like a citizen throws, like even if a citizen would throw a bottle, right? Even if a citizen would throw a bottle, then the immediate reaction of some liberal people is like, well, he threw a bottle. I condemn all forms of violence. I mean, it's really sad what the police is doing here, but I also think that he shouldn't have thrown a bottle or stuff like that. And I sort of be so sick when people think that an individual's behavior, like an individual who might have thrown a bottle, which the guy who is in jail for 31 months didn't do, but even if you would have done that and you would say, but I condemn all violence, you're sort of like, how do you call it, like not seeing the reality of police violence, not seeing the reality of what some politicians are doing, and you're trying to be neutral, whereas neutrality is not really an option when the police has like 50 water cannons and is like riding right into a massive amount of people, and they have to, you know, and they are walked over because they can't get away. If the police is doing this, then throwing a bottle is not something you should, like, then you shouldn't say like, oh, I condemn all violence. You should take the side of those who have it really bad and who are hurt the most. And I don't like that sort of liberal position. What is nice news about the G20 is that some people stopped Donald Trump from entering a meeting for 20 whole minutes. So that's nice. I don't know what this is. It's nice. So maybe it makes sense to go now to all the things we've made. For example, someone put on a letter for the German Consulate which says, which example for a disaster government? Which sentence for your massacre? Oppression, repression, no issue. Big dreamers never died. Someone else, it's really difficult this, says, Dear, okay, I'm reading it. Dear Angela, I am shocked by the news that the protesters arrested of the G20 event in Hamburg are being handed draconian sentences to set an example. Is this how Germany wants the world to see how it treats people exercising their rights to protest? Please reconsider. Okay, I'm putting it back. It's kind of difficult because I'm not that, you know, I should do more yoga. I fucking hate this. Okay, I can't, literally I should do more yoga. This is horrible. I'm so inflexible. Anyway, it's good that cops never hit me because because I might not even be able to get in a fetal position. In a fetal position already is like, oh, we're gonna arrest you because you protest. I'm not sure what they make of my epileptic moves when something happens. Okay, so here's another one. When society imprisons those who question it, they have failed. There are so many activists unrightly imprisoned. Shame on you. Germany has failed in protecting human rights. Expect more resistance in Bonn. Apparently there's something in Bonn. Cool. Oh, this is a liberal one. It says, I'm against all forms of violence. So that was the thing I was talking about. Like, saying in reaction to someone who got sentenced for 31 months for throwing a bottle, saying, I'm against all forms of violence, and they're sort of implying that they are in any way equal. I sort of find that really, really offensive, but I like you anyway, Lisa, so it's no, well, it might be a problem anyway, but, well, whatever, you're fine. So we have, so there's postcards, and they have like, hi from Hamburg, and it's wrongly spelled, and then it says, well, you can't really see it, but it says, so traumatized I can't spell. And on the back of this one it says, respect existence or expect resistance. Hamburg was only the beginning. They will do everything to protect white capitalist heteropatriarchy. We won't accept that. There is more to come. Fuck Richter, fuck Döde, no justice, no peace. Those are the like police people in Germany, in Hamburg at the moment, and the other, I don't know, the mayor. I think he should resign, but that's me. I always think people should resign, but I also think we should throw over the system, and I also think it doesn't really help. So here you see all the nice people who were at the G20. For example, we see Ivanka Trump. We saw Ivanka Trump in the music hall. I don't know what this is. Just people. Also fun. So we're with quite a large group of people watching. And it's also really, so we hoped that we could hang this somewhere there, but we didn't really. So this is probably the end. Now the people who hold it for the whole time can finally stop, and we're done.